Good morning, CSL family. Good morning. Let's all stand up. You are ready. She's already ready. We're going to do our opening song, which is Spirit is in this place. Let's sing out joyfully. Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
Good morning. Good morning, CSL. I'm Reverend Tina Miggs, and I'm so grateful and thankful to be here and present with you today and to welcome you to this space, this place, this home that is the Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale. So I just want to thank you for joining us in person. You braved the cold, got out of your house. I'm sorry for those that are watching in really cold places online, but it was cold this morning. So thank you for online joining in and being part of our fellowship here. You know, we are nothing without those of you that are in attendance in person and online. We are grateful for you, and we know that you are part of our love family. So if you are a first-time guest, we just want to say we are so glad that you're here. We're so glad that you decided to check us out on this day. And we want to thank you for coming here to CSL. And if you haven't already, we have a special gift for you, some beautiful mala beads. And you can pick them up at the guest services table if you haven't already received your gifts when you walked in today. So at CSL, we have an intention statement. It says who we are and how we want to be in this world. And we just ask that you join us. If you can stand, please stand. And we will repeat this together out loud. And then afterward, we ask that you meet your neighbor, your people that are around you, your fellow community, looking out for those new time people, giving them an extra love and attention and welcome from our hearts with a hello, a handshake, a namaste, a hug, however you're comfortable with greeting your neighbors. So CSL Fort Lauderdale, who are we? We are a loving and diverse spiritual community. We are dedicated to personal growth, healing, and service.
Well, good morning. How are you doing? Good, good. For those of you who don't know me, what the heck's wrong with you? I've been here for 9 months. My name is Fran Winslow, and I'm a licensed practitioner here at the center. I'm also on staff here for a few more days, and I have had the distinct pleasure of being your ministerial student in training for the last 9 months. So it's always an honor when I get to present a core value. So here at CSL Fort Lauderdale, we have 7 core values that define who we are as a community, and they are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, service, and diversity. And today, we're focusing on oneness. You see, the law of divine oneness helps us to understand that we live in a world where everything is connected to everything else. Everything we do, let me say that again, everything we do, say, think, and believe affects others and the world around us. The Bhagavad Gita says this: if you can see God, the oneness, in everyone, you can never do harm to anyone. Wherever you go, whatever you experience through your senses, keep reminding yourself that it is all part of that same oneness, and begin to recognize the world as a reflection of yourself. Today's core value is oneness.
For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived
goodness of God.
Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, you're a good-looking group. I'm John Waterhouse. Some of us have met, some of us haven't, but I'm sure that we will. And I am delighted once again to be with you to talk about matters of the science of mind. We've got a new year going on, and as many communities in our movement do, the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind textbook are the subject in January. And that's what we're doing now. Dr. Chris began with the thing itself, the first chapter. Last week, Fran, her lesson was the way it works. I wasn't here, but I'm presuming that's so. And then this week, the lesson is what it does. What it does. We're still talking about the it, which is divine presence, capital I would say capital T as well. What could be more important than that? But there's some things to understand about this that I really want to draw home tonight, or today. One is that the theme for this month is one spirit. The, what do we call it? The oneness? Core value, thank you. I will learn the lingo here yet. The core value that we spoke of is oneness. And I have a very strong sense of what that is. And the words that I like to tell people is that let's stop saying that we are one with God. Why would we do that? Because if we're one with God, then I'm here and God's here because I'm with God. No, I'm not with God. I am one as God. That presence is the essence of who we are. Can't be divided, can't be separated, can't not be at the core of our being. So we're going to let go of this idea that somehow God is outside of us and that we need to have a relationship with a deity that's somewhere else. It's time to do it differently. Now, let me explain why this is difficult to hear. When we're born, newborn infant babies, we know our oneness. And I can demonstrate that by the studies that have been done that say that a newborn child cannot tell the difference between itself and its mother. Frankly, I don't think that a newborn child can tell the difference between itself and anything because it's absolutely immersed in the concept of oneness. But then the child grows and experiences more and more life, learns a language, and is told that we're all separate, that everything in life is separate from me. And the senses support that because I'm here and you're there. So we must be separate. But the spiritual truth around this is that we are not separate, that there's only one thing going on, and it's the divine. So I believe that we are born in that state of oneness that we sort of lose it as we get immersed in the physicality of life, in the minutia of life. And that's when we find problems. That's when we see that life isn't working the way we'd want it to. That's when we think somehow things are wrong or bad. That's how we judge and complain and blame and do all those things, because we think life is one of two-ness, but it's not. There's only one thing going on. And I believe that you good people have come and found this place so that you can remember the truth from the very beginning of your experience, this experience on planet Earth. And that you and I are seeking to understand that oneness as deeply and profoundly as we can. So the topic today is what is, or what it does. That's what we're here to talk about today, what it does. And I believe that what the science of mind does is it brings us back to oneness. That's the primary thing that we can get, is to move into back into that state of oneness where we know that life really is perfect. Well, my life isn't perfect. That perception is old news. It's time to let that go and to seek to know the perfection of your life, and for me to know the perfection of my life, and for us to move from that place in everything we think, say, and do. So to do that, we're going to use a tool this morning. It's a tool that's been around for over 100 years. I really don't know where Ernest Holmes found it. I've got some theories on that, but however he found it, perhaps he even created it, we have this symbol, and it's called the teaching symbol. It's a very simple symbol. Y'all seen this before? Okay, so you're familiar with the symbol. It doesn't play the role yet in this community that suits me, my preferences. In my community back in North Carolina, we were a little more into this symbol and using it and teaching it and living by it. This is what our sanctuary looked like. Front and center. So what I want to do with you today is I want to teach you about this symbol. I want to dissect the symbol, deconstruct it, and look at what it means. The first thing people often ask about this symbol is, what's the V? It's not a V. And I will explain what it is to begin, but we have to begin at the beginning to make this work. The symbol begins with a circle, very simple circle. And that symbol represents the infinite presence of the divine, in, through, and as all things. It includes all things. It's infinite. It's absolute. Now, you can say that, well, that's a contradiction because a circle obviously has boundaries. Well, Voltaire helped us with this. Voltaire said that, make sure I get this right, God is a circle whose circumference is nowhere and whose center is everywhere. I think I just said it backwards, but it doesn't matter. It works either way. God is a circle whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. Think about that for a minute. That's a profound statement. And it's the truth, is that the absolute perfection of the universe, the absolute power and authority of the universe dwells at the center of everything. It's always there. So we use a circle because we're building a symbol, and you can't have a symbol that doesn't have a boundary to it. So this one has a boundary just for the purpose of having it. So we have a circle. And from that circle, we have certain things inside the circle that delineate certain aspects. The first one is the top part of the circle. The top part of the circle, I call spirit. It has lots of names. If you open a Science of Mind textbook and go toward the back, you'll find these diagrams where it lists so many names that can be used in this part of the circle. In fact, that's true for all of the sections of the circle. But what this means to me, first of all, spirit is in the whole circle. But we call the top spirit because that's the invisible force. That's the point of cause. Everything that is ever initiated begins in the top of this circle. That's the purpose of it. It's invisible, but it contains everything. If you're into the old term called spiritual substance, all spiritual substance lives in the top of this because it's all what Deepak Chopra calls pure potentiality. There's a potential for any outcome that's possible in any circumstance, in any situation, and all of that lives in the top of this circle. Where are you in this circle? I'll hold that for an answer in a moment. The middle of the circle is a different concept. Now understand, this isn't about geography or placement or separation. It's just a way to teach it. So the middle of this circle we call law. So what's law? Law is that concept of spirit, actually of mind, which is spirit, to take the impress of what comes from the top of the circle, Our thoughts, our beliefs, our knowing, our understanding, all of those things are part of our mental makeup, which lives in the top, and those thoughts actually impress upon the law. Impress meaning is the law takes them, and what does it do with them? It creates. Ernest was very clear that we are not the creators, we are the initiators. We initiate things into our lives through our thoughts, through our beliefs, through the way we see the world. And that's really important. It's a clear distinction. Now, the law will not create by itself. It doesn't know how. It won't do it. No matter what you do, you can't expect the law to work stuff out for you. It's not there to do that. It's there to take the impress of your thought and my thought and take it where? To the bottom of the circle. What do we call the bottom of the circle? It's called body. At least that's one of the names for it. And the idea of body is that everything that has three-dimensional form dwells in the bottom of this circle. Everything. If you can see it, if you can taste it, touch it, smell it, it's in the bottom of this circle. Conditions are in the bottom of the circle because virtually all conditions include some aspect of physicality. So it's all there. That's the makeup. That is what spirit is. Now, as I've described it, other than talking about the impress of thought on law, there hasn't been any action in what I've said. I've delineated these three aspects of spirit that are always present, that are always available, that are always doing what they do. But someone has to start this work. Now we get to that thing that people think is a V. It's not a V. It's the movement of spirit through this process. So what you've got a line that runs from the top, from the point of cause, through the law, into effect. And that's how it works, is that we have a thought, we think something is so, that impresses the law, and then the law creates that into our life. Does that happen sometimes? No, it happens all the time. Is it something you need to learn to be able to do? Absolutely not. It's happening all the time to you and me with all of our thoughts. They're going into the law and they're showing up in our lives. Now, maybe they're showing up in a big way. Maybe they're showing up in a little way. Sometimes we don't even notice because we already thought it was true. And if we thought it was true, then why are we hesitating? Why do we think that's not what's going on? It is what's going on. So it goes from the top to the bottom. And what that's called is an expression of spirit. Spirit expressing into life. Now, there's another part to this thing where it goes back up. And when it goes back up, what's happening is that thing that happened in physical form, we observe it. And when it goes back up, what's happening is it's reminding us that that's what we believed was so, and we just saw it happen. Therefore, see, we were right. We were absolutely right. That's the way it is. This works with all kinds of things, like being in danger, like being upset about something that happened. All of that fits into this as much as the glorious things that we want to happen in our lives. This is why judgment gets in our way. This is why us finding fault in other people and even in ourselves creates predicaments in our lives. Very difficult predicaments, because the law takes those thoughts of judgment and uncertainty and fear and replicates them into our lives again and again and again. The last graphic that I have for you here shows that at the top of that piece that's coming up, it's tilting in a way that's going to cause us to experience it again and again and again. So in actuality, this thing that looks like a V keeps happening over and over and over and over. Again and again and again and again. Each time confirming for us that that's the way it is. Folks, the way it is how you say it is. If you think you can do something, you can. If you think you can't do something, you can't. Because you've placed the law in motion with your thoughts, and you're creating it. And when you do that, you get the results of your thought every single time. This is why Holmes says that we have the ability to control conditions, because we don't have that thought that is kind of messing with our lives. Yes, it was our thought. Now, this is so absolute for me that I do not believe in victims. And some may think, well, that's just really unfortunate because there are victims in the world. Look in Ukraine, look in Israel. There's all kinds of victims in the world. I believe that we are all on a spiritual path. And even though some of those paths look ugly, they look monstrous at times, we are totally complicit in them. We are playing our role. And so is each one of us on this planet, whether they come into a place like this or not. So what I want you to know today is that you live in a world of oneness, an absolute world where you can create whatever you desire. However, you must rid yourself of those ideas and notions that something's wrong. I'm with you. I'm doing the same thing. I'm learning every day. This very morning, I had someone in this community give me a different perspective because I wasn't like something that was happening. So I'm learning too. I don't stand here as some kind of an expert that's got this all worked out. But what I have learned over my 35 years of ministry is how this thing works and how to use it. And I invite you to join me in this knowing. I invite you to see within your own life how you can get anything you desire. You can live the way you most want to live and do what you've come to do and be who you've come to be. Isn't that why you're here? And the way to that is through understanding your oneness and using this law clearly, absolutely, to make your life work. You going to give it a go? You willing to give this a try? Yes. All right, very good. I want you to know that I'm around and I'm available to you if you have questions about this. We're all learning, we're all growing, and we all have each other to rely on. We have an excellent group of practitioners at this center that would love to talk to you about this, that would be there for you in a heartbeat. So use them, take advantage of that, and make this work. So this is what it does. It creates the opportunity for us to be truly the captains of our own ships, the masters of our lives, to do what we've come to do and to be everything that we've come to be. And in so doing, life, I guarantee you, will get better and better and better. And so it is. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to do a meditation now, but I want to forewarn you that I'm not going to do this the way you're accustomed. What I'm going to do is give you some of Ernest Holmes' words. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and to move into a space of receiving, to receive these words from our founder. This is what he knew about himself, and this is what we know about ourselves. Center in the divine mind, of point of God-conscious life, truth, and action. All your affairs are divinely guided and guarded into your right action, into the correct results. Everything you think, say, and do is stimulated by the truth. There is power in this word, the power of your word as you speak, because what you speak is the truth. There is perfect and continuous right action in your life and in your affairs. Right action alone has power, and right action is power, and power is God, the living Spirit Almighty. The Spirit animates everything that you think, say, and do. Ideas come to you daily, and these ideas are divine ideas. They direct you and sustain you without effort. You are complete in every way, and you are compelled to do the right thing at the right time, to say the right words at the right time, and to follow the right course at all times. You are happy, well, and lifted with perfect life. You live in the Spirit of truth and are conscious that the Spirit of truth lives in you. Your word is the law unto its own manifestation and will bring to you or cause you to be brought to its fulfillment. You know, and you know that you know. Every thought of doubt vanishes. It vanishes from your mind that you may know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And so it is. God bless you.
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. God is all around me. Every day, every day, every day, every day. God is all around me and through me. As in and through me. As me. God is all around me. In the silence, there is peace. In the silence, there is unspoken joy. In the silence, there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments, and I hear all that could never be said. And right here in this holy silence, I find God. I find myself. In the silence, there is peace. In the silence, there is unspoken joy. In the silence, there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said. And right here in this holy silence, I find
Thank you, Antonio, for that precious moment. What a beautiful song to elicit the feeling that he was talking about. The stillness and the silence where we listen, we find God, we find ourselves. So this is our giving time, and what a wonderful time it is. As Dr. John has just gave us a beautiful lesson, we have an opportunity to give back. And as he spoke of us being one as God, one as Spirit, one as Source itself, the Source that has created everything. It lives, moves, and has its beingness within us and us within it. It is the only thing that's happening. And so we get to give from this awareness of our oneness with the Source, to know that we are sourced, we are supplied, and we give from this space, not out of any limited idea that if I give, I'm losing something, right? I'm giving knowing that I shall receive. I'm not giving, tricking the law to receive, but it's a space of giving from the space of love and joy and appreciation of what has and continues to be given to us, that we truly get to fund the world in which we want to live in. And this is the space that I invite you to ponder, to be in, and to give from on this day. So there are a number of ways that you can give to our community. If you are watching us online, any of the streaming platforms has a donate button, so you can just hit donate. You can go to our website, cslftl.org, and you can give there. You can go to our app and hit the donate button there as well. And there's another way to give if you aren't giving in this way. We want to acknowledge those that are. We have a program called The Prosperous Life. It is individuals who have chosen to give on a monthly basis, and we thank them in particular for giving us the opportunity to do our budgeting and to see into the future of what we can continue to offer for this community as it is growing and expanding. There is a greater vision, and these are those community members who are part of that visionary team of the space of love and joy and giving. And you can join the TPL program if you're moved to today. Just see guest services. So I just give thanks. Thanks in advance for all that is already coming in through and as this center. Thanks in advance knowing that all of our needs are already met and that the growth and expansion is already done in the mind of God and that it shows up in this physical form as we have seen the very imagery of itself of how it works. Because it does work, and it works through each of us, and so it is.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. And I didn't know the love of God was that
The last thing we need is raffle tickets all over the floor. So we have a few announcements, and we're going to start out with a video from Dr. Chris Michaels.
Good morning, CSL, and greetings from Bali. I wanted to take some time today to give you a short message from this beautiful tour in Bali, and I hope that sometime you decide to come with us on one of our tours to Thailand, Cambodia, or Bali. But the changes that are taking place at CSL are good, and I wanted to tell you about one that's upcoming. The board has elected to hire Dr. John Waterhouse as a bridge minister. We know that the leadership at CSL has been transitioning as far as the senior minister is concerned, and we wanted to make sure that you understand why we're doing this. Dr. Waterhouse is a colleague of mine for 30 years. He has experience, a great deal of experience, in running a Center for Spiritual Living. In fact, he and his wife co-founded one, a very successful one, in Asheville. So I hope that you can welcome Dr. Waterhouse and know that while he's there, so will I be. I'll be around through March, and after that, I'm still doing classes and Zen Pike retreats and courses. So we have a shared leadership model that I think is a really good one. Come with us and stay at CSL. This is a good home. It's a great community, and you are loved. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, and welcome, Dr. J. I refer to him as Dr. J around here because he's been around a little bit, but we also have licensed practitioners, as Dr. John mentioned earlier, that are available for prayer here after service. They'll be joining us up on the platform, and then they'll be coming down into the floor. Please don't leave with anything heavy on your heart, or if things are going really great for you, get a prayer to keep that momentum going, okay? There's other ways that you can request prayer. You can request it on our app, on the website. There's also a written prayer box. If you want to write one out, you can put it in the box back there. We have a youth center that follows the same themes that we do in here. The youth is the future of our CSL center, so please bring your kids, family, whoever. Your support is always greatly appreciated, and we're always looking for volunteers, so if you're interested in working with those kiddos, please let me know or somebody at guest services, okay? Now is the moment that we've all been waiting for to find out who wins this beautiful gift basket. So Dr. John and I are going to get the winning number, the winning person. You ready?
Where's the basket?
It's back in the back, so I imagine they will bring it forward to the
Yeah,
winning
let's have it up here so we can prove there's actually a winner or something.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Ready for this?
Yep.
Hold tight, I'm going deep.
And it is Barbara. But there's no last name for Barbara. It's 954-560-7951, Barbara. Okay, Barbara. Woohoo!
So you're going to talk about this in class on Wednesday, right?
I'm in the spiritual economics class, and I'm letting you know I am using these principles.
Congratulations.
Well, and she can always give back that $100 bill. Just saying, just saying. And now Dr. Ferd would like to come up and say a few words. If you don't know Dr. Ferd, he is the president of our board here.
Thank you, Fran. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for your continued support to our community. I want to take some moments to, first of all, welcome Dr. Joe Waterhouse. It's a pleasure to have you here and also teach with you spiritual economics. Great teacher, center of love, always a student voice that will work with you and will encourage you to continue the path of spirituality. I also want to thank, and this is Fran last service here. So Fran has been wonderful with us. She shared her consciousness, her love, her leadership, And I know that she's going to be great things for us. We will hear about her when she's a full minister, but she has the talent, the purpose, and the intention to bring this message to the world. Thank you, friend. We'll miss you and we'll love you.
Yeah, I do have a birthday coming up. Thanks, Jim, for pointing that out. That I'm getting older. It's one thing we have in common, though, right? And so the last thing here, please join us in the community center because I got my wish of having cake, and we've got to share it. So, come, there we go. Okay, so we have an affirmation that we say every week, and it'll be coming up here on the screen. I do not have one in front of me, so I'm relying on it coming up on the screen. And so if we could all say this together, please, with gusto. My life was created as a means for spirit to express itself. I am a unique being with spiritual talents. And so we just give thanks for our time together today. And we know as we go forth, we do so with that beautiful element of spirit, always allowing us to express in our unique and individual ways. And so it is. Amen.
Let's all stand for our final song, which is This Is My Wish. Let's stand up.